What's on people, Ring Roadmap here, and today we're going to talk about Agit Kabayel, one of the boogeyman of the heavyweight division. I gotta be honest, man, when he defeated Makhmulov and Sanchez, I still wasn't sold, I still wasn't bought into his style, but when he beat his Zhang, or when he beat Zhile Zhang the way he did last time, I was really sold on this guy's skills, and this is gonna be one of the potential guys that can give Usyk problems in the future, or even Joseph Parker. Okay, so let's get right into this. The first one we'll see with Kabayel is gonna be that short right hand. He's really good at leaning over this right side, and then what will happen when he leans on that right side is that he's gonna create an angle for that short right hand while you are also leaning on your own right side if you're an orthodox. Okay, we're gonna see that once again here. Boom. He lands that right down the side of the head of Sanchez, and that enabled him to set up other punches as well. Okay, so let's see another example here. Boom. Another great attack right there with the short right hand, and that enables him to once again create an angle and to push you on the back leg as well, because when you hit someone on the lead side or on the lead side of their face, especially on the side, what's going to happen is it's going to force them to lean back on their back foot, and it's going to force them to blade their upper body as well. Okay, now let's look at that upright body attack, which he does a lot of times when people teach us how to throw body shots. They usually teach us to throw it while we are low on our stance and while we are sitting down on it. But with Kabayel, the great thing that we'll see about him is that, yes, it's not going to work for everybody, but it works for him, right? He stands straight up. He stands in an upright kind of stance. It doesn't really sit down on it. And he just reaches down with the body shots. Okay, so let's see a few examples right here. So you're going to see him just standing upright. Then he throws those body shots right there. Let's look at some more. Just standing upright, and then again, boom. He's just throwing those body shots again. Okay, now after that, we're going to see a lot of times from Kabayel, or the thing that we see from Kabayel a lot of times again, is going to be the knocking jab. So what he does right here, he just preoccupies it with that lead hand by throwing these knocking jabs. Not really a lot of power behind them, but he is very diverse when it comes to his follow-up shot. Sometimes he will throw a right hand after that. Sometimes he will throw an uppercut after that. Sometimes he will throw a body shot after that, which makes it really deceptive on his end, okay? Then here you're gonna see how he throws those knocking jabs, boom. And he's gonna follow that up with a right hand or a right hook over the top, as you can see there. Now we will look into the blinding lead hand. So a while ago we took a look at the blinding or at the knocking jabs of Kabayel. Now we're gonna look at the blinding lead hand, where he doesn't necessarily throw the jab, but he does extend that lead hand, and he uses that to again set up his rear punches, set up his body shots. And so as you can see here, he frames it with the forearm, hits it to the body with the 4B. And then here you're gonna see him again throw that right hand while he's blinding you. Alright, he's not really jabbing, but he's extending that lead hand. And this is odd because he doesn't necessarily have the longest arms, but he makes it work because he does it in a way where he's not trying to keep you off of him. He actually does it in a way where he's trying to measure the distance so that he can stay in mid-range, okay? So he doesn't extend his lead hand so he can stay in long range. He actually does it so he can stay in mid to inside range, which is really amazing for a relatively short-armed fighter like Kabayel. So another unorthodox thing we see from Kabayel is typically instead of ending his combinations with the liver shot, which is typically more lethal and more dangerous as a body attack, what we'll see is he's going to end with a 4B or with a right hook to the body, with a rear hook to the body instead of a liver shot, okay? And that enables him to not overcommit or to get his body in balance quickly, because when you throw the body shot or when you throw the liver hook, as you can see here, you have the tendency to overturn your hip. Okay, so when you do the 3B and then follow it up with a 4B, you get back in your stance much quicker, and you don't over-rotate the hips. So you lessen that chance of over-rotating the hip and ultimately being off balance or not allowing yourself to follow up or to have any potential for a follow-up shot as well. You're going to see him again do that. Instead of ending it with the liver shot, he's gonna end it with a 4B. Boom, boom. And then right there, he ends it with some headshots as well. Let's see a final example here. 3B, where he first throws a 3 and then a 4A, and then a 3B and then a 4B. Again, very unorthodox, because typically we see a lot of boxers, they just want to finish off with that liver shot, right? They throw a rear uppercut, liver shot, they throw a right cross, liver shot, a 4B and then a 3B after that, a 4 to the body, 3 to the body. But with Kabayel, he's really good at throwing liver shot first, and then he finishes you off with 4B or with a rear hook to the body, which again makes it easier to stay on balance, and it makes it easier for you to stay squared up as well, because it's relatively squared up in his stance. It doesn't really bleed a lot, and so it's actually more convenient for him, instead of trying to end every combination with the liver shot, where you tend to kind of rotate your hip to the side and throw it almost like an uppercut. With Kabayel, all of his body shots are pure hook, so there's no upward motion into it. It's not like a shovel hook. It's not like a half uppercut, half hook like most people teach. He just throws it like a pure hook. He follows through on that shit. He doesn't try to stab you, he tries to follow through with the shot. And that's not going to work for everybody. For most people, the stabbing motion of the body shot is more effective. But for Kabayel, he made this shit work for him. And that's the reason why his work output when it comes to the body shots is really amazing. Because it doesn't throw every body shot with pure technique or with perfect technique. But he does it with such precision to where you'll eventually get hurt by the accumulation. So that was it. Agit Kabayel, I think this is going to give everybody some problems, man. Joseph Parker, I might have to side with Kabayel on that one. And then against Alexander Usyk, because that's a close one, I have that. I'll probably give Kabayel an edge, a slight edge against Usyk as well, but we still have to study that one soon. So that was it. Subscribe if you're new, join my Patreon if you want to, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.